Religion is my secret. Religion is what keeps me strong. Religion is what heals my soul and gives me the strength to keep on going even if I work in a very anti-Islamic, anti-black environment, live in a very anti-Islamic, anti-black environment. My strength and my power comes from religion. I am so troubled by all the hate that religion gets. And I want to go a little bit deep in this video on that subject matter, because it starts in the Age of Enlightenment in the West, where the Western world took away the church and changed it to Greek philosophy. Away with the church and in with Greek philosophy. So the Western sciences basically created an entire philosophy that has no God in it. The Western science created an entire philosophy and literature and bookshelves filled with books after books after books with no God in it, no holiness in it, no spirituality in it. And this has led to an atheistic school. Maulana Sheikh Nazim Al-Hakim Khani has spoken about this. Also, Tijani Sheikhs have spoken about this. Is our problem. The world is suffering from a moral and spiritual crisis right now. The moral and spiritual crisis is killing the world. People are suffering. They are being taken over by their ego and selfishness and egotism and narcissism. It's all about me. No remorse, no care for your neighbor, no empathy, no love. And the result of this is tons of mental diseases, pain, anxiety, hatred, anger. And the result is racism, gun violence, gang violence, war in Ukraine, escalation of wars, and just hell and hell and hell. And the solution is religion, and the solution has always been religion. Now, it is not fair for usually Indian gurus, specifically Osho, Sadhguru, and some others, who constantly bash religion. I gladly invite any of them to a debate, and I will show how they are not sincere. Yes, there are problems in religion. Yes, there are priests who abuse power. Yes, in Islam you have certain factions that are very extreme and fundamental and abuse religion. Yes, in the Sufi way you have sheikhs who belittle their students and have narcissistic abuse. All of these exist in religion. But religion's 2-point-something billion Christians, 1.9 billion Muslims, more than 50%, probably 70-80% of the world is religious. This is a small portion of all religion. And the problem with Sadhgurus and Osho's rhetoric against religion, which is really driven by their own competition against religion. They kill your religion, so you're depending on the guru. And they appeal to a Western atheistic audience who don't like religion because they are grown up in this Western philosophy where there is no religion taught in schools. Is that the young people will have the wrong perception of religion. When they listen to these gurus, they will think that religion is evil. No, it's not. If you go to a church, it's not like you're gonna find abusive people there. If you go to the random church, anywhere in the world, you're likely to find old people, maybe a priest, who pray and try to have some peace. There's no evil there. If you go to a mosque, you're not gonna find terrorists and bombers there. You will find some Muslim, probably men, in the men's section, trying to pray, trying to have some peace of mind, and an imam who usually is quite nice to talk to. These are not evil people. That's not what evil looks like. If you go to, I have not been to a Buddhist temple, but you're not going to find evil people there. So taking the straw man argument to take a few bad examples of negative practices of religion which exists, then to paint the picture that all religion is evil is nonsense. And is the problem that we have, because your spiritual crisis, your pain, anxiety, it can be healed with religion or dharma or deen, which is the same thing. No, the gurus are not right when they say there's something different between religion and spirituality. Sorry, that's dualism. Religion and spirituality is the same thing. You don't believe me? Go to any mosque. You are going to feel spiritual. You will feel the spirit when you go to a mosque. Go to a Sufi zikr. You will feel spiritual. Go to a church. You will feel the spirit in there. Go to a Buddhist ceremony. You will feel spirit. Religion is spiritual. Yes, there are levels of understanding what religion is. Yes, it's true that on a very esoteric level, religion is beliefs, laws, rules, regulation, moral, how to pray, what is right, what is wrong. It's true that as you grow more and more religious, you go deeper within, and also your understanding of religion becomes deeper. It becomes more about self-knowledge and purifying yourself to become a better human being, and transformation in an eternal inner journey, because Allah is infinite. Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad. Yes, it evolves, yet it becomes more deep and spiritual. And yes, religion evolves from seeing differences, this religion versus that religion. But when you journey inward, you see oneness and non-duality, and you see that there's only one religion, one prophet. All of that is true. But there's a journey that everyone is not always on that space. We are angry sometimes. We are engaged with the world, the work. We need the form. And there's nothing wrong with form. There is nothing wrong with form. There is no such false New Age belief that is only the inner that matters. The outer doesn't matter. No, you have a form for a reason. You have eyes, you have a brain, you have blood, you have a nervous system, you have bones. All of this is form. You pray in a certain way, you have a certain hat, you have a certain scarf, white and red. Red means something, white means something, black means something, white means something. This ring is a form. It's turquoise. It means something. Form matters. How you pray matters, because the spirit needs a shell, a protection, a container in how it can manifest itself. Without the container, the spirit will be all over the place, and that's what happened when you try to delete the form and be hasty. You want to get to the deepest teachings of Islam, which is tasawwuf. Just like that, it's not going to work. You need a form. It's the same in Buddhism. You want to learn the deep meditations, you need the form first. You need the basic practices, the discipline, the form. Otherwise, there's nothing to contain. There's nothing wrong with the mosque, because the physical form is serious spirituality. Religion is serious spirituality. Religion, that's why older people are religious, because they are done with playing around with theories and concepts. They want something that works. They want to be serious about it. They want to practice it. They want to manifest it in reality. That's the union of the outer and the inner. Allah is the outer, the manifest, and the hidden. As within, so without. The form and the spirit is always one. Religion is very necessary in this time. Of course, as a Muslim, I will talk about Islam. But you're a Christian, you want to go to church, fine, alhamdulillah, also. Religion is very important in this time. The people need the healing of the soul. One of the depth psychologists, Carl Jung, spoke about this a lot. That he argued in the book Modern Man in Search of a Soul that, psychiatry and so on, they can't really solve the deep existential crisis. And he advocated for religion in that book. And I listened so much to psychologists, Dr. Phil, Dr. Ramani. Yes, they have some good healing. They talk about narcissism, abuse. That can help, it can heal you. But there's a deeper essence to your being, a deeper existential, the fear of death. What happens in the afterlife? Why am I here? What's God? What is the soul? What's the spirit? People need religion. And I will end by, it's so unfair For these, some gurus, not all gurus, the serious gurus are religious, and the serious gurus in India, they practice form and ritual. They know how extremely important that is. Because without that, your spirituality is not serious. Then it's all over the place, and you will not get anywhere. I will end by this. In 2007-8, I suffered a lot. I suffered racism, oppression in society. I was in a very dark path. I didn't wash my teeth. I smoked too much weed. Started listening a lot to hip hop, going almost the gangster route. Work didn't work out. Didn't want to study. I traveled a lot to West Africa, and then in 2009 I started praying. I came back to Islam. I'm born a Muslim, yes. Full people are born Muslim. I came back and started praying when I was 19, 2008, 2009. After I started praying, my life turned around like this. I went to university, I got top grades, and I got educated, and I got into the banking world. With a lot of racism and oppression, I still got in, still working in the banking world, with a master's degree in finance. And that switch happened when I started praying the Salat. Because of religion, because of the form, the deen. Yes, there are levels of knowing what religion means, but let people have the level of understanding that they have. The world is suffering from a moral and spiritual crisis. The solution is and has always been religion. Dharma, deen. Hopefully this is helpful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.